Okay, got it. I know it takes longer to load.
Yeah, just making yours get slower doing that, so go ahead.
Okay.
So your fire.
Well, at least we're getting somewhere. A little bit closer now. Somewhere on the target.
We'll figure it out. You just want to.
Yeah, it looks like you need to go slightly left. And, needs to go at least for here.
Good job. Chest cavity. Yep, lower chest, pretty accurate. You got the same spot. So right beside it. Good job, you got it. Right, you got to see that circle right by that 9 or 7 or whatever that is.
Yours is full.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Good job. Good job. Oh, right below the heart. There you go.
When you are.
Got the weight in the very bottom again. There you go. You're going over.
We have some handguns. So you have, what do you have?
I have a Ruger EC9.
Um,
And you've got a Taurus
I've got a Taurus,
G3C.
and currently right now there's no magazines
In either of them.
My magazine is loaded.
I already unloaded my magazine. It's
Okay,
empty.
so let me unload mine. Mine is a 12 round magazine.
Mine's 7.
7, and usually they do like a 7+1 or a 12+1, and
That's when you've got one in the chamber and your magazine loaded. That's
So-
your +1.
so my magazine
Is now empty.
is now empty. I only had 10 in the 12 because it gets more and more difficult to put them in because the spring load becomes stronger.
Yeah.
This is a 12+1, which means that I can load this up with 12 and I can put the magazine in here. I can pull this back. What it'll do is it'll load one in here, and then I can take the magazine out. Now I've got 11 in here. Then I can put the 12th one back in, and then I've got 12+1.
Right.
One being chambered.
Always point it in a safe direction. I could point it here right now because there's nobody in front of me that way.
Probably the safest because we have no neighbors that way.
There's no neighbors.
We have a bunch of neighbors this way.
We do have neighbors that way, yes. These are our holsters. The holsters are concealed carry, which we're waiting for our concealed carry license. And the reason that you know that this is a concealed carry is the belt loop. They're both right hand concealed carries. And the idea is it goes inside with only the belt hook being on the outside. That's your concealed carry. There's other things you can use for concealed carry, but that's when they say holster it. So that's holstering it. Now we're unholstering it.
And how should you hold the firearm?
This is indexing. So my finger is nowhere near the trigger. You can see the trigger fully. So that's indexing and that's safe. My finger can't twitch and accidentally pull the trigger. But we've also got it in the safety right now. So even if I did pull the trigger,
there we go.
I can't make it happen because my safety is on. The only difference about cleaning our two different guns, really, is that mine has a pin that needs to be taken out. Tom's does not. So with that in mind, I already know from having watched my video and the instructions I have right here that I need to take the safety off. I need to move the glide just so that it's right in front of the pin. Then I need to pop the pin out.
Now mine's a little bit different in that I've got just this switch right here.
There it is.
Okay. So
okay. So I have it came with a dummy, and so put that in place. We've already got the pin out. Now I can trigger it.
So now we've got our slides
off. Yep. It's called the frame.
We've got our frames here, and they were saying that this is where
the
a
top
lot of
business is the friction points. Yeah.
Residue. Yeah. Is this wet?
No.
Okay.
So we need the cleaner. So
all right,
we're gonna spray our. Okay. Just wipe everything out. Even though mine only did 100 rounds, look at that, just in 100 rounds. And that's why they're saying every 200 rounds do it.
So how far did you just clean just the front part, or did you clean the slides and the back? And
I did everything that I could. Yeah, I got right in there. I can see why some people would find this quite therapeutic, though.
Instead of okay. So we're cleaning out the magazine chamber. Clean your pin. Okay, so we've got to clean. She has a locking pin. I don't.
Yeah.
Captive guide rod spring, which means that the spring's not going to fly off. It's not going to shoot off the guide rod once you take it out.
Okay,
so you just have to push back on that end. Yeah.
He said it's called a captive spring.
Yeah.
So it's not going to go flying all over the place.
Which is really good.
And yep, I can already see it getting dirty.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I have two cloths.
Oh man, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
And we are
taking care of the barrel right now. Barrel. It's where the weight of the gun
Yeah.
is.
Got to put the barrel back in.
You'll feel it lock back into place.
Okay. Yep. Try to take my glove with it. Oh, he holds it on the top. Okay. Okay.
So for mine, there we go. Okay, so mine's back, forward.
Okay.
I think it's all pretty much done. Did you pull your trigger?
So safety's on.
Okay, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Okay, and mine.
Okay, we can
And
wipe down.
Safety keeps it from shooting.
I'm just gonna wipe this down with one of the other cloths.
And so now we clean the magazine, which is kind of something that he did earlier on.
Yeah, he did at the beginning.
No, I had two, didn't I?
Yeah,
did
so
you
it's
have?
fully, yours is fully loaded
Okay.
in there. Secondary. Okay.
Okay, so now these are practice rounds. They're just, they're not hollow point or anything
Right.
for self-defense. Load your magazine. Now, like I said, mine carries 12, but I'm only putting in 10 because it gets harder. The instructor at the class we went to, he says, I just put in 8 and just call it done. We've been sleeping with these.
Yeah.
This by my side.
Mine by my
Hers
side.
the same way by her side.
This is our first shooting range bag. It's for our transportation as well. So in order to safely transport firearms through different states, the ammunition and the guns need to be in separate locked places and unloaded. It is in separate pockets, and they are under 2 different combinations, and they are definitely not easy to get to right, in a hurry. So
Transporting it in the RV that is locked is considered a locked storage place.
true. So just for size and ease, we've put our cleaning gear and our empty unholstered guns in the front. This happens to be a holster for my clip. Front, we carry the 2 handguns. It just happens to be the clip for my spare clip, our cleaning kit, our instructions, and our receipts for the purchases are also here. So both of our guns are in holsters. One of the idea is when we've got our completed license to carry LTC, which is in process right now, we'll be able to carry concealed carry. These are right hand holsters, and you can see by the way they're made that this is meant to be inside your clothing, and this is on your belt loop. This one is Tom's Taurus. This is my Ruger. Find whatever place or whatever is comfortable for you. And the idea behind the holster is you should be able to pull from the holster comfortably and fairly quickly. I am now holding it in the a safe position, which is always to get used to the indexing. Nothing's in it. I'm still going to keep the habit of pointing it in a safe direction. Adjustments to how tight the holster is done with this screw or that screw on Tom's until it comes out pretty comfortably. Okay, now we're going to move to towards the back. The back is holding, like I said, this is for our shooting range target practice. It's holding our ear protection, which is a must. They don't even let you go on the shooting range without hearing protection. So you either rent theirs or you buy your own, and these are really good. We use them at our test. Also in here, I have extra ear protection. This is also where we hold our ammunition and our extra clips. Tom has an extra clip. No, that's my clip. This is my clip because it only holds 7. And this is my dummy clip, which is used for testing the trigger, making sure things are good, and also for when I go to clean and break apart the gun. This is Tom's clips, both empty, much bigger, and his hold 12. And then back here is where we have our ammo. We have 2 types of ammo. This is gun range ammo.
Full metal jacket.
Much cheaper. .9mm. And then the other one, it's called Critical Defense, also called Hollow Point. So these are for defense. Much different than the other ones. And they're more expensive. So that's why you don't want to use these on the range. No. And that is our carry system that we have.